In a world that never stops buzzing, sometimes the loudest messages come from the quietest corners of our own selves. Hello, darling, and welcome to Self and the Frequency. I am your host, Magical Femme. Let's tune into the signals that shape who we are and who we aspire to be. You know that feeling when the world just seems a little gray? When a wave of sadness washes over you and it feels like your energy has just been completely drained, like a battery at 2%? We've all been there, haven't we? That heavy, low vibrational feeling that makes even the simplest tasks feel monumental. It's easy to get stuck in the blues, to let that sadness define our entire day or even our week. But what if I told you that those feelings, as intense as they are, don't have to be your permanent residence? What if you have the power to reclaim your energy and shift your frequency even when you're deep in it? This week on Self and the Frequency, we're talking about moving beyond the blues and discovering how to find your vibrant energy again. So, we've all felt it, that heavy blanket of sadness descending. But why does it happen? And most importantly, how do we navigate it when so much of it feels completely out of our control? Life, as we know, throws curveballs. Sometimes it's the big things, a job loss, a relationship ending, the illness of a loved one, or even just the overwhelming collective anxieties of the world around us. These are circumstances that can feel profoundly sad. And frankly, they should. It's natural. It's very human to grieve, to feel sorrow when faced with loss or difficult situations that are entirely beyond our influence. There's no shame in feeling the weight of these things. But sometimes, sadness can creep in for reasons that feel less defined. It might be a general sense of dissatisfaction, a feeling of disconnect, or a quiet melancholy that settles in without a clear external cause. Often, these feelings can be echoes of past experiences, unmet expectations, or even just the natural ebb and flow of our emotional landscape. Our bodies and minds are constantly processing, and sometimes that processing manifests as sadness. So, we've talked about why sadness can surface even when things are completely out of our control, and acknowledging those reasons is so important. But here's the thing, darling. When we're feeling low, our inner critic can sometimes be the loudest voice in the room, can't it? It tells us we shouldn't feel this way, that we are weak, or that we just need to snap out of it. And that, my friends, is where self-compassion becomes not just a nice idea, but an absolute necessity. Think of it this way. If a dear friend came to you drowning in sadness, would you scold them? Would you tell them to pull themselves together? Of course not. You'd offer a hug, a listening ear, a warm cup of tea. You'd offer kindness. Self-compassion is simply extending that same warmth, understanding, and acceptance to yourself. It means recognizing that feeling sad is a shared human experience. You are not alone in this. When you feel that weight, acknowledge it with kindness, such as, "This feels really hard right now, and it's okay that I feel this way." It's about soothing yourself, not judging yourself. It's about giving yourself permission to feel what you feel without layering on layers of guilt or shame. Consider the deep ache that can come with the fear of losing a loved one, that gnawing anxiety, the what ifs that play on repeat, the profound sadness that can arise from the thought of that potential loss. Or think about the fear of the unknown, stepping into a new chapter, facing uncertainty about the future where the path forward is covered in mist. These fears can manifest as a deep, unsettling sadness, a feeling of vulnerability that's hard to shake. In those moments, it's crucial to remember that it's okay to feel the fear and the sadness that accompanies it. This isn't about letting the fear win. It's about acknowledging its presence with kindness. It's about creating a safe, inner space where you can process these emotions without adding to your own burden. Because when you treat yourself with that gentle understanding, you create the very foundation needed to start shifting your energy. It's the ultimate act of self-love, and it makes all the difference. All right, darling. So we've acknowledged why the blues might visit, and we've wrapped ourselves in the warm, comforting blanket of self-compassion. Now for the part where we roll up our sleeves and intentionally choose to shift our frequency. Because while it's completely okay to feel sad, we don't have to live there, right? We have the power to consciously navigate our way back to our own vibrant energy. So, let's talk practical magic. These aren't grand gestures, darling, but small, intentional choices that create big shifts. I will share 5 strategies you can apply when you're feeling that low vibrational energy creep in. First off, let's talk about the power of movement. I know. When you feel like a drained battery, the last thing you want to do is move. But even the smallest physical shift can make a world of difference. It doesn't have to be a marathon. A gentle walk around the block, stretching your arms and legs, dancing to one song in your living room, anything that gets your body moving and your energy circulating. Think of it as gently nudging that stuck battery to start charging. Next, let's focus on engaging your senses mindfully. Our emotions can sometimes pull us so far into our heads that we forget we have a body living in the present moment. So, let's bring ourselves back. What can you see right now that's beautiful, even in its simplicity? A ray of sunshine, a favorite mug, the color of the sky. What can you hear that's pleasant? The birds, a calming song, the quiet hum of your home. What can you smell that's grounding? Perhaps a favorite candle, fresh air, a cup of tea. What can you taste that's comforting? A piece of fruit, a square of dark chocolate. What can you touch that's soothing? A soft blanket, the texture of your clothes, the warmth of a pet. Intentionally tuning into your senses anchors you in the now, pulling you away from the swirl of sadness. Then, there's the one thing rule. When everything feels overwhelming, pick just one small thing you can accomplish. It could be as simple as making your bed, replying to one email, or tidying up one corner of a room. Crossing off that one thing, no matter how tiny, creates a sense of achievement and can start to build momentum. It's proof that you can still take action, even when you feel low. We also have connecting, even when you don't want to. Isolation can feed sadness. Reaching out, doesn't mean you have to pour out your heart and soul if you're not ready. It can be as simple as sending a text to a friend, leaving a comment on a social media post, or even just being in the presence of others, like in a coffee shop. Sometimes, just knowing you're not entirely alone can ease the burden. And finally, let's gently reframe your narrative. This is where we start to consciously influence our internal dialogue. Instead of dwelling on, I feel so sad and hopeless, can we gently reframe it? Maybe something like, I am feeling sadness right now, and it's just a visitor, not a permanent resident. I am taking steps to feel better. Or, this is a challenging moment, but I have overcome challenges before and I can navigate this too. It's not about denying the sadness, but about adding other perspectives to the story. These aren't quick fixes, darling, but practices, consistent, intentional choices that over time help you reclaim your energy and remind you of your own resilience. So, which of these feels like something you could try today? And now, it's time for our signature frequency check-in. This is our moment to pause, to connect with our inner selves, and to intentionally set our energetic tone for the rest of the day or week. Just take a moment, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, see if you can find a comfortable position. Maybe close your eyes or soften your gaze. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, let go of any tension you might be holding. Now, bring your awareness to your heart space. Notice the energy there. Is it feeling warm, light, or perhaps a little heavy today? There's no judgment here, darling, just pure awareness. With the next breath, imagine you are breathing in a soft golden light. This light represents clarity, peace, and your highest vibrational state. As you breathe in, feel it filling your chest, radiating outwards. And as you exhale, imagine you are releasing any lingering sadness, any heavy emotions, any of that low vibrational energy we've been talking about. Send it away with kindness, like clouds drifting across the sky. Now, on your next inhale, consciously breathe in a feeling of gentle strength and resilience. Feel it anchoring you, reminding you of your innate capacity to navigate any emotional weather. And as you exhale, affirm to yourself, I am open to shifting my frequency. I choose to cultivate peace and vibrancy within myself. Take one more deep cleansing breath in. Feel that gentle hum of possibility within you. Just that little pause, that intentional breath, can make such a difference. It's a reminder that we are always in the process of co-creating our inner world. So remember that feelings, even the tough ones, are simply moments for kindness, grace, and remembering your resilience. So as you move through your week, remember to be your own best friend. Greet sadness with understanding, not judgment. Embrace small actions. Tiny steps build momentum. Breathe. It's your constant anchor, and trust your inner wisdom. You are more than your temporary feelings. Keep choosing yourself, keep choosing compassion, and tend to your inner garden. Sending you love and vibrant energy. You got this. That's all for this week's journey on Self and the Frequency. I am your host, Magical Femme. Subscribe or follow wherever you get your podcasts so you don't miss out on future conversations. And let's connect on Instagram at Self and the Frequency. Until next time, keep tuning into yourself and amplifying your beautiful frequency.